Face it, you don't come to the KOA RV park on South Padre Island because of the park, or do you? Or do you come for the atmosphere of island life, or for the beaches, or for the nightlife, or for the food? No matter what the reason is, you will come if you can and when you can. Hi, I'm Don with Cowboy Biker Adventures. Come along with me as I give you a tour of the KOA holiday on South Padre Island. So let me tell you about this park as we ride around and show it to you. Of course, here's the entrance, and when we get up to the stop sign, we will take a left, which will take us past the office, which the office and the buildings are two old round oil storage buildings. At least that's what they look like to me. Now, at the stop sign, if we went straight ahead, we'd run into the restaurant Pier 19. More about that later. I was here for 35 days from November the 18th to December the 23rd. So basically everything leading up to Christmas. This is located on the bay side of the island, and across the bay is, of course, Port Isabel. I will be giving more information as we ride around this park. Over here on the right is a little stand for people who arrive after hours. They pick up their packet there. And just beyond that is the office building, and next to that is the recreation. And inside the office, I should say, there is a small store, very few items, few t-shirts, things like that. And just beyond the office is the viewing deck for sunsets. Now, I've always liked sunsets. I'm sure I would like sunrises, except for virtually all my life I was either driving to work when the sun was rising, or I was still asleep if it was the day that I got to sleep in. So that's why I like sunsets. But this place really made me start loving sunsets. They have two laundry rooms. One is behind the office in the same building, and the other one's coming up on the left. And then on the other end of this building is the restrooms. I will say this, the laundry room's just fine. Washer and dryer's reasonably priced, and they work great. Also, I'd like to add, if you're interested in knowing how much it costs to stay here, stick around. I'll give that information before the video's over. By the way, I may add, the restrooms are nice and clean. I never use public restrooms in the different campgrounds for showers or anything like that. I use my rig, but it was all clean, looked good, so I don't think there would be a problem using these. On the other side of these blue buildings straight ahead is the swimming pool and hot tub, which they do keep clean. Also, be aware the other restrooms and showers and laundry room is right there in the same building as the office, just on the other side of it. They do something here a little different from what I'm used to, but you put your trash out by the road Monday through Friday, 8 to 2:30, I think it was, and they would pick it up. Now, I've stayed in other KOAs, but it was only for one night while I'm traveling, and I think I've done that 3 or 4 times. So maybe all KOAs do that, but no other parks I've been in have done that. That's my rig coming up on the right. They gave me a long spot when I made reservations. There was only a few spots I could fit in because I don't like to disconnect my enclosed trailer carrying my motorcycles. And I'm 50 foot total length, and that limits the number of spots that I can stay in. Unfortunately, some parks rules are you have to disconnect. You cannot leave your trailer attached no matter what it looks like. About 10 seconds ago, you may have to rewind, I passed this rig which had a matching, very tall enclosed trailer, very close to my rig. This was very unique. He had an elevator in that enclosed trailer and had his little sports car loaded on top, and he loaded his Jeep underneath it. Very pretty, and I'm sure very expensive. And they was also a very nice couple. During this time of year, the price that I paid for my big spot was $999 for 1 month, and then I added some days to it. I added 5 days, I believe it was, and they were $44 a day, which came out additional $220 for a grand total of $1,219. By the way, the price included electricity. I wanted to turn right, but these people on these bicycles was blocking my way, and I didn't want to make them feel nervous, so I went by them and made a U-turn and came back, because I'm trying to show you every little road inside this KOA. I will say that they don't trim their palm trees like they did on or in Port Aransas. If you want to see that video, I will put a link above and put a link below under show more. Even though I stayed at this KOA from November the 18th through December the 23rd of 2020, most of this video was filmed either November 23rd or November the 25th. Propane tanks are here on the left coming up. I filled up when I left. It was $3.19 a gallon. By the way, back on the price what it cost me to stay here. I am a KOA member. I joined just before I made reservations to get those prices, which gave me a 10% discount off the regular price. And I think it cost, I believe, $37. Seems like that's the price to join, which I obviously saved more than $100 just on this one reservation. So the way I saw it, I was $60 or $70 ahead. Here we are at the boat launch and pier coming up, and of course Pier 19, which is a restaurant. Now, I'm not into seafood, but they obviously have other food also, but mainly seafood. And what I had was good. So it's a nice place. You can come down and have breakfast, lunch, or dinner. It does get packed for dinner at times, but there's several wonderful places to eat on this island, or even going across the causeway to Port Isabel. Here's another look at the boat launch, and also the causeway going to this island from Port Isabel is in the background. As we're heading towards the exit of this KOA, I would like for you to stay after the credits to see bonus pictures and video. I will show some of the nightlife around the island and some of the island, along with the deck here in the park for viewing sunsets. I hope you enjoyed this tour of the KOA holiday on South Padre Island. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up. That always helps my channel. And if you want to see adventure videos about once a week, please subscribe to my channel. And if you'll ring the bell, it will also remind you anytime I come out with a new video, and it will not send you any spam from myself or from YouTube. So until next time, I hope you have a good one. Stick around for that bonus video.
Whatever, when I coming home tonight, we're living quick in the world, gotta get it right now. We only need the two of us together. I need only you in this crazy world.
Hey, thank you for staying after the credits. I hope you enjoyed additional information about South Padre Island. As I'm walking towards the sunset deck to show you that, over on the left you can see the big area they have for the children's playground. Again, the sunsets here looking across the bay are amazing. So much so, I collected so much video, I'm thinking about doing a video just on sunsets in the future. There are several bars on South Padre Island that has amazing views of the sunset looking across the bay. Before I show you the island, let me show you some pictures around the park first. Here is the view coming off the causeway onto the island. Next is some pictures of the beach on the Gulf side. Because of the storms recently, they had a lot of jellyfish and man-o'-wars on the beach. One thing that South Padre Island will not allow is you to drive on the beach, unlike Port Aransas. You only can drive on the beach on the northern part of South Padre Island and nowhere else. One of the places I like to eat was Senor Donkey. It was fun, great food, and great drinks, so I highly recommend it. With all the places to eat in the nightlife, with all the live music and places to eat on the bayside, you shouldn't be driving, so I would take a taxi cab, and this sign was in the taxi cab, I'm sure for spring breakers. It is only a $6 taxi cab ride anywheres on the island. One of my favorite places to go listen to live music, and the food was okay, not bad, also was Longboard Bar and Grill. They had live music and dancing and had really good bands. They had live bands virtually every night. Right next door to Longboard was Lobo Del Mar. It was one of my favorite places just because they had good music, and they were done and closed by 8 o'clock. I believe the band started at 5 p.m. and I believe they open at 8 a.m. in the morning for breakfast. Next up was a little tiny place called Driftwood Landing Boat Bar and Water Sports. It's a few blocks north of Longboard. Again, this is around Christmas time, but right across the street from these bars on the bay side was this, I guess you'd call it, fair type rides. They also had a big tent where they had sand sculptures for Christmas. Very neat. And I was told they was going to stay up until the end of March. Next was Laguna Bob's. Most people recommended this place, but I did not see what the hype was all about. I'm sure if you was here for the sunsets, it would be fantastic. But the music was not that great. Here's another popular place, Tequila Sunset. Again, I did not get what the hype was about. It was big and nice, but I didn't see anything real special about it. Maybe it was because I never did catch it when they had live music. By the way, the music at Laguna Bob's was nothing to write home about. On the Gulf side, there was this little bar called Wana Wana, and I liked it. It had a great beach view and also decent food. I also liked all these neat little signs posted around up in the rafters. Hope you enjoy them and get a laugh from them. By the way, earlier when I showed beach scenes, that was at the other place I went on the Gulf side, which was Clayton's on the Beach. It was huge, had a big boardwalk, and had live music from time to time. Other than the beach view, I didn't care for it much. The food was not that good, but everybody goes there, and they're not cheap either. By the way, everybody tells you to dance in the rain. Well, I actually did that as an adult on this trip back at Longboard. It was raining one night, and I danced in the rain while the band was playing. What an experience. It was so cool. By the way, there's other things to do around South Padre Island. Don't forget, there's Boca Chica Beach, which has SpaceX right there. Elon Musk. I actually got to see a rocket launch of the SN8, and I actually did a video on it, and I'll put the link above and below. Again, thank you for sticking around and watching the whole video. I'm going to show you scenes riding out or off of South Padre Island. I hope you enjoy that also. Again, until next time, have a good one.